Hey guys, it's Bishozzy here, and welcome to episode 22 of the Berlin Dynamo series. Now, today's episode, going to be taking on Hertha Berlin 2, and then we're also going to be taking on 1860 Munich as well. But first things first, let's grab our league table sort of review. And again, I'll move the face cam down to the bottom left there. As you can see, Gladbach still running away with the league title. They're absolutely smashing it. The fact that we almost beat them in that last episode, if it wasn't for those 2 red cards, would have been a really, really good result. Anyway, we do find ourselves in a really, really good position as well. Despite the poor form from last episode, we have actually managed to turn it around a little bit. And as you can see, we're on 55 points at the moment, sitting in 3rd place, which is actually one of those automatic promotion spots still. Worth mentioning that Braunschweig, they're actually dropping points. They've had 2 draws and 1 loss, as you can see there from their form. So it's pretty good for us because we're sort of gaining on them, and we might even be able to sneak 2nd place and actually take that sort of top promotion spot and give us a little bit of breathing room, potentially. We need some good results here today. One of which against, Hertha, they're down in the relegation zone, so they're having a tough season. Their reserve squad, and again, it's a Berlin derby. It's a pretty cool game to show you guys, despite them sort of not being in the best form. But the other thing, 1860 Munich, they're in 9th place. They're actually starting to, they're in good form at the moment. They've got 2 draws and a win from their last 3. So, yeah. Anyway, Karlsruhe, we'll go into the fixtures. And we were actually their last defeat. So, we'll get into that in a second. But, yeah, so far so good. We've got 2 points on Karlsruhe at the moment. So, very happy with that. All right, fixtures. So, last episode, of course, Gladbach 2, Bielefeld loss. We followed that up with a 3-1 victory over Dortmund 2. Very impressive. As you can see, Mukoko opened the scoring with a penalty. Leader giving away another penalty. Actually, no, it was Akono. I'm pretty sure it was Akono this time. Leader was next to him. Akono, the striker, giving away a penalty. Throwing blame on Leader there. He gave away the penalty last episode. That's right. But yeah, we managed to fight back. Jublovic getting a goal for us with a Gudra assist. Gudra getting himself a goal in the 84th minute with an Anor assist. And then Meyer in the 88th minute giving us a 3-1 victory over Dortmund 2. The next game, we managed to beat SN 4-2. They're really struggling this season despite being sort of one of the better teams last year. Pretty sure they got relegated from Bundesliga 2 last season, and now they're sitting in the relegation zone, potentially about to be relegated back to Regional Liga, which is pretty crazy. Anyway, Jublovic here with a brace for himself, 2 goals in the first 15 minutes, and then Struijk getting 2 goals for himself as well in the 40th and 64th minute. Gudra, Meyer with an assist there for him as well. They got another goal late on to bring it back to 4-2. But we played really well. Big 3 points. This next game, very frustrating. A 0-0 draw against Saarbrücken. As you can see, we were the better team. They had a goal disallowed. We had a goal disallowed for Akono as well. A little bit frustrating. The defense played really well. Schock played well in goals. And Akono with a 6.2. I don't think I had any other strikers on the bench, so I sort of left things the same. Anor came on for a little bit for Jublovic, who I believe was very fatigued. And like I said, the most recent game, a 3-2 victory over Karlsruhe. Massive game. And as you can see, we did not deserve to win this game whatsoever. So the FM gods, they blessed us, and somehow we scored 3 goals from 2 shots on target. So we've FM'd FM, if that makes sense. As you can see, Akono getting the opening goal for us. 2 minutes into the first half stoppage time, got a penalty which Seabeck managed to actually put in the back of the net, which is good. And then at the start of the second half, we went 3-0 up with a goalkeeper own goal. Actually, no, it was a back pass to the goalkeeper who couldn't manage to get it. So very lucky there. They got a goal back through Nati and Joran, I believe I've used before. Yeah, I've used him before. I had him on a Wrexham save that I did on a personal save back on FM24, I think it was. Anyway, they got another goal to make it interesting in stoppage time. But yeah, we got a massive win there that, like I said, we probably didn't deserve to actually win. Very, very happy with that. Anyway, like I said, we got Hertha and we got 1860 Munich. Obviously going to play a few more games there. That Braunschweig game potentially could be the promotion winner right there. And then I'll join you guys back probably for the end of the season, Duisburg and Erzgebirge as well. But let's get into it. The lineup for today's first game against Hertha Berlin 2. We're going to go with this one. It's a little bit different. So Lehmann's coming in at right back. He was improving, and now he's starting to get a few reds. He's played a little bit in the league, and as you can see, hasn't really been too sort of impressive. Did give him a new contract, though, so he'll be sticking around. He's also now natural at right back. So I'm going to play him today. I want to give him a little bit of match time. He's starting not to be match fit as well, because I've taken him off playing for the under-23s. For the under-19s, I believe. So I want to get him in. Excuse me. We've then got Heffernan as well. I keep saying Heffernan because I used to be a player in the A-League called Heffernan. But Heffernan's coming in at centre-back. Leaders then moved into the ball-winning midfielder, which he can actually play pretty well, as you can see there. That's pretty solid. So he's playing there. Seabeck's going to start again after scoring that penalty last game. Milic is going to partner Heffernan. And then we've got Holtman at left back. So we're going to go with him today. We've got no other sort of left backs in the squad apart from Seabeck and Milic. So I want to play leader there. So realistically, we need Milic to stay at centre back today. Like I said, Seabeck leader. Anor's coming in as the attacking mid. Susek's on the right, Hamadin's on the left, and then Ekono up top. The bench today, it's very small. It's a 5-person bench. 5, 6, including Klinger. But as you can see, Montag is injured for 5 to 7 weeks. Mueller is suspended. Meyer is still out injured, but about to come back. I think he was out for 8 days. Snyder still out for another 4 weeks. We've then got Jublovic, who's out for 2 weeks. Gudra, who's out for 3 weeks, and then Struick, who is out for about 1 week. So we've got a lot of injuries right now, and we need a big win. I know Hertha Berlin, that is, they're in 18th place, but they could cause us an upset today, and that would be pretty catastrophic for our promotion run. And I really, really want to have good results going towards the end of the season. And that Braunschweig game is going to be huge. Huge. Because if we can get 3 points against them, Ekono's in behind here, and he gets the opening goal in the first minute of the game. And I believe that's actually his goal and assist. I think he has both of them in his contract for his bonus. Yeah, it's either the goal bonus or both of them. Can't remember exactly which one's which, but yeah, he's just got a bonus there, 100%. Lehmann with the assist as well, which is good to see from the 18-year-old. He's still got a little bit of potential, Lehmann, so we'll keep on trying to develop him. Susek, been a bit of a forgotten man, really. Kono has got a second goal. Their goalkeeper should have done way better, but we're 2-0 up in 5 minutes, and Ekono, I was a little bit nervous going into this game. I thought that they might be the type of team to sort of turn things around on us, and we're actually performing really, really well. All right, Seaback to leader in the box. Not really a place he gets to very often, apart from the odd corner here and there. All right, Seaback with a free kick into the box. Milic is going to get it. Can he lay it back? He does. Seaback. Good ball to leader. Altman, 3-0. Good performance. Exactly what we needed. Nice convincing performance against a relegation candidate. Kono sitting on a hat-trick as well, worth mentioning. I mean, at this point, when we're 3-0 up, I would almost prefer us to, I don't know, just defend well rather than try and score more goals, if that makes sense. I'd rather get the clean sheet being 3-0 up than, concede 2 goals and then win 5-2 or something like that. It just feels better when you keep a clean sheet. It feels like your team is solid enough defensively not to make silly mistakes and give away cheap goals and stuff like that. We'll have to see how it plays out. Anor goes back to Andrews, who is Heffernan. Amadin. Got a pass inside Akono. That's his hat-trick. There we go. He's onside. And Akono's, he's been so hit and miss this season. I've sort of stuck with him because Uzan can't really score to save his life, so... Whereas Akono, he can score, but he's just very inconsistent. Except for today, obviously, scoring a hat-trick. All right, Holtman actually hasn't played too badly at left back. Into Amadin, into Anor. Can he finish? He passes. That was unselfish. I thought he probably could have taken the shot on there. I'm almost disappointed he didn't take it on, to be honest. I wanted him to get another goal for himself. He has been performing pretty well. All right, that's half time. 4-0 up. Got nothing really to say. I mean, it's a dominant performance. Their goalkeeper's on a 6-1. Probably the reason why they're getting relegated. I'm just trying to think of who we can actually bring onto the pitch. All right. Perth are actually coming forward, which is surprising. And again, I would like to keep a clean sheet. So conceding a silly goal like this one is not really what I want to be doing. But there you go. Second goal of the season for their striker. Yeah. Okay. So much for the clean sheet. We move on. Anyway, let's look at some subs. Who have we got? Who's not performing? Susek. All I've really got is Uzan, and I don't really want to bring Uzan on. Milic, surprisingly not playing too well either. Maybe Seaback. We'll go Seaback for Silaroglu. And again, he hasn't been that impressive either. Couple of, misplaced passes here and there. That one did seem a little misplaced. Come on, shut him down. I don't want to concede a second goal. All right. Luckily, this shot goes wide. Got another cross in the box, though. We do sort of half manage to deal with it. And then, the guy's name is Pop. Thought I did for a second then think it said poop. But yeah, their shot goes wide. We'll move on from that one as well. And again, we've conceded a goal from one shot on target. So, you know me, I just love to throw that in there. I don't want to come off too negative when we've scored 4 goals ourselves, but it's frustrating. That's probably frustrating me more. Those stupid passes are really starting to get frustrating. I think the passes or the service to Anor has been terrible. Anyway, Leader's actually playing pretty well. I don't really mind him as that ball-winning midfielder. He probably could perform there at Bundesliga 2 level. I think realistically, I'd probably not want to have him as a centre back in Bundesliga 2. I'd like to theoretically strengthen the defense. Again, we're about 2 mil in debt at the moment, 2 mil in the red, and as a result, they've actually reduced the wage budget back down to 37,000 per week, which is it's terrible, but at the same time, that was nearly a beautiful goal. At the same time, I'm expecting it to go back up, or at least I hope it's going to go back up, in similar fashion to how it did last season, which scared me, but then it went back up as soon as the season sort of ended. Anyway, that's a 4-1 victory there in the Berlin Derby. And yeah, Karlsruhe have yet to play, so essentially got is that a 5-point gap on them at the moment? I think it's 5 points. Anyway, Kono with a very early hat-trick in that first half, and that made me very, very happy indeed. So what I'll do now is I'll skip forward the week and I'll join you guys for the lineup against 1860 Munich. All right, so we got a little bit of an impromptu lineup today, but there is one thing I want to walk you guys through. We did have a youth intake. Didn't get anything special, unfortunately. I've signed 3 players from the intake. Probably should have signed none of them, if we're being honest. Signed this 15-year-old Polish kid who's got an afro. I've noticed that a lot of the new gens have afros, which is really weird. But 2-star, possibly 3-star. A little bit of acceleration, good technique, about it. The next guy is a Turkish striker. Looks a little bit better, 15 years old. Sort of half-decent mental stats. Again, good finishing, heading, first touch, technique. He's probably the standout of the 3 of them, to be honest. A little bit versatile as well. And the final one is a goalkeeper from Kosovo. Good punching, good reflexes, good rushing out, good communication. 15 determination as well. We'll try and train him up as well. But he's got lower. He's 1.5-star to possibly 2.5. Just wanted a goalkeeper, really, for the youth team. Anyway, the lineup for today. So Muller comes back in at left back. Could essentially not play Lehmann at right back today, but he did actually play well in the last game. So we'll leave him there for now. Leaders come back in at centre back. Meyer finally back from injury as well. He will slot into the ball-winning midfielder role. Seebeck's going to stay there. Silaroglu is going to come into attacking mid as Anor picked up a 4-week injury. So that's lovely as well. More frustration. Holtman suspended as well after picking up yellow cards. Amadin's going to be on the left, Struik on the right, and Akono up top. Hopefully we can have a repeat here against 1860. It's also worth mentioning that Karlsruhe lost to Gladbach 2. Probably should have expected that if I had realised that's pretty much who they were versing. I would have been like, oh, okay, well, I'll feel a little bit more confident. Anyway, as a result of that, we've now got the 5-point gap on them. And as a result of that, they've actually dropped down 1 place to... Where were they? 5th. They've dropped down to 5th. I think Freiburg 2 are currently sitting in 4th place. So it's actually not too bad for us. I also noticed that the face cam was in the bottom right the last game, but that is what it is. Anyway, Amadin with a pretty average shot there. Going wide. And this is a massive game. If we can try and push it even... I know I'm saying every game is a massive game, but if we can push that lead out even further, it's just going to give us that sort of breathing room where if we do make a mistake, we will be able to turn it around. I am actually going to take Susek on and take Struick off. I think he picked up a knock there, so we'll do that nice and early. Don't really want another injury. We've already got like 6 players out injured at the moment. 1 on suspension as well. That's a pretty boring first half. Yeah, we've got to be better in front of goal. Braunschweig have actually scored in their game, pretty much on the stroke of half time. And we're yet to have a shot on target. A little bit disappointing. Anyway, let's encourage. It does actually make them all happy, so that's weird. Actually a decent cross. Muller's going to get to it. And he put it back in. Very average cross. And Munich actually get the ball. Potentially could have counter-attacked there. They go inside to midfield. Susek to Seebeck. At least we've won the ball back here and we're actually playing with it a little bit. Yeah, Kono's on a 6.3. That's just really frustrating that stuff's happening at the moment. It's exactly what I mean as he scores an absolute thunderbolt as I'm talking crap about him. I will yeah, I'm gonna zip my mouth because that was chef's kiss right there. Thunderbolt onto the bottom side of the crossbar and in the back of the net. All right, well, what do we got? Who's not playing too well? Could maybe go Seebeck for Silaroglu. Then do I bring Diamande on? He's currently upset at me because I haven't been playing him. Lehman's not playing. Let's do this. Collage for Lehman. And that's the only change we'll make for now. Lehman, yeah, he played pretty good last game. This game, bit of a different story. He's the worst sort of performer out there on the pitch at the moment. So we'll get him off. I don't really feel too confident with Collage out there. But, you know, technically he is a 30-year-old senior player. So in theory, I would assume that he'd do a job for us out there. But he's proven otherwise so far this season. No, that wasn't... No, that wasn't Muller. That wasn't Muller. That was Amadin. Amadin is a coward. He should have taken that one. Now we're down to 10 men again. Okay. All right, so Milic is going to have to play left back now. Heffernan's going to come on to replace Muller. And I might actually take Amadin off. Because he should have done better there. That was silly. All right. We'll keep Lehman on the pitch for a little while. He does well with the throw-in. Probably about the only thing he's done well today. Meyer to Lehman. Can he get across? Again, I'll take my words back. We almost score. Kono puts it over the bar. Can we hold on? Heffernan goes to Seebeck. Oh, referee. That is like one of the worst tackles I've ever seen. At least it's 10 apiece. I mean, Siharoglu is also playing really badly today. And Lehman's gone up to a 6.8. Fair play to him. This is going to be a big win if we can hold on. Come on, boys. No highlights. No highlights. Get in there. That is huge. That's the type of win that will get us promoted. 1 shot on target, 1 goal, red carded before they were as well. Get in there. What I'm talking about. And we get the double win for this episode. Love and life at the moment. Let's go. Shock man of the match, 8.2 match rating. We'll take that one as well. Another injury, Sihiroglu this time, who I'm not really too fussed about, but yeah, Shock with a big performance. Do I give Shock another contract? Or do we try and find someone better? That is the question. Anyway, like I said to you guys, we're going to play the rest of the season out, and I'll join you guys back for the Duisburg and Erzgebirge games at the end of the season. And I'm kind of hoping by those two, or at least by Duisburg, we might be promoted. If things continue to go well, and if we get a result against Braunschweig, we might be up. We might be in Bundesliga 2. Season 4, will we get promoted? I'm positive. I'm feeling positive. I want to kick on and make sure we get this league, over and done with, essentially. I've enjoyed my time in 3 Liga. This is our 3rd season here. It's time to get promoted. Anyway, drop a like in the video, guys, if you enjoyed. Smash the subscribe button as well. And keep up to date by clicking the notification bell. That'll give you a notification when these episodes come out. Apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.